Come and get it.
What's going on YouTube? How's everyone doing today? So guys, today we're going to be talking about how to play full AP Rengar effectively in ranked games. A lot of people have been asking me how to play full AP Rengar. A lot of people know how to play AD Rengar, but not AP Rengar, and whenever they try it, they don't do very well because they're still trying to learn how to do everything. So I'm just here to help you, every single person out. I commented on a lot of other people's channels just asking if they've tried it, and a lot of people have been asking back to me saying, hey, can you make a guide for us so we know how to play it as well? And I pretty much said yes. I would love to give back to you guys, to give back to my community as much as possible. So this is going to be my guide on how to play AP Rengar. Now this could be different for other channels, it could be different for other people, but this is just my personal guide, and I think this is going to be the best guide that you like for the most damage. Now in this video we're going to be talking about the runes that I run. We're going to be talking about the build path, a little bit about gameplay, not very much, and then we're going to be talking about his combo at the very end. So if you guys want to skip to any of those parts, just skip ahead or go back to learn something else that you guys missed or whatever. But before this video gets started, guys, I just want to let you guys know that I'm only Platinum 3 currently. I just got back into the game not too long ago, about a month and a half or 2 months ago. No, probably a little bit longer than that, like around October, so like 3 months ago. So I'm still trying to get back in the swing of things. Season 9 just came upon us, and this is going to be the best AP Rengar guide for Season 9 because I've already tried it out, and it's actually incredibly strong. Still, after all the changes and stuff. Just starting off, we're going to be talking about the runes that you run on AP Rengar. A lot of people run Electrocute, or they go Precision, and they go Fleet Footwork. But this is going to be different. It's AP Rengar at 80, so we're going to be running Predator. Now, Predator is a great item for for Rengar in general, just because it gives him that increased movement speed when he ults. It gives him increased damage on his ability power and or attack damage. And the build that we're going to be doing actually helps both, so it actually does the most damage possible. So Predator is just huge on Rengar for this build that we're going to be doing. The next thing we're going to be doing is Sudden Impact. That's pretty self-explanatory. We're going to be running Eyeball Collector just because we want as much damage as possible, and it gains 0.6 attack damage or 1 ability power per eyeball collected. And last but not least, we're going to actually be running Relentless Hunter. Now this could fluctuate between Ultimate Hunter. It doesn't really matter which one you run because both are fantastic on him. I usually run Relentless though, but then again, Ultimate Hunter does give that 5% reduced cooldown, which is huge on Rengar because you get ult more, get more kills faster, and just get pretty much snowball the game. For our secondary tree, we're going to be running Sorcery. This is so good on Rengar. I don't know why people don't use these on him, but I guess it's just an AP Rengar guy thing. But we're going to be running Nimbus Cloak. This is incredibly strong because we get decaying movement speed. So right when we get more movement speed, that lasts for 2.5 seconds, and you just do so much extra. You can move so much faster with it, and you can get to places a lot faster. You can go from bot to mid in 10 seconds. It's actually crazy. You can get up to 900 to 1,000 movement speed when you use this and then ult. It's ridiculous. And last but not least, we're going to be running Gathering Storm for the maximum amount of AP as possible. You can also run Scorch, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Gathering Storm is the strongest that you can use for AP Rengar. And then last but not least, we're going to go Adaptive Force. And this one really depends upon their team comp. I don't really run defensive, the health one, just because it doesn't really make much sense to me. Now, if they have a heavy AD comp, then you're going to run the +5 armor. And if they have a heavy AP comp, you're going to run the +6 magic resist. But these are my runes. We're going to jump right into the actual gameplay. Or not gameplay, but we're going to be jumping right into my build path and the jungle clear. And last but not least, we're going to be talking about AP Rengar's combo. So guys, first things first, we're going to be talking about the build path for AP Rengar. Now this could fluctuate depending upon the enemy team comp, but for the most part it's going to be the exact same every single time. But I will give you scenarios when it would be a little bit different. So, jumping right into it, you're going to be starting off with Hunter's Machete, obviously, because you're not going to have any AP at the beginning of the game. So it's pretty much going to be AD Rengar at the beginning of the game. You're going to start off with the same starting build path for jungle. Now this is where it's a little bit different. So usually you try to you go Red Smite and then you get the Warrior, but we're actually gonna go Blue Smite and we get Runic Echo. And you don't need to finish this as soon as possible. I usually get Codex into Boots. Boots is huge on this build because you have Predator, and you can just have so much more pressure, land pressure early game. You don't need to get to level 6 before you start ganking, and you just have so much pressure with Predator. It's just a huge thing on Rengar. So I usually get boots as fast as possible after Codex, and then we finish Runic Echo, so we're done with our first item, hopefully by about 10 to 15 minutes into the game. Hopefully around 10, or even sooner than 10. Next off, we're going to be building straight into Lichbane. Now, with Lichbane, this is going to be pretty similar on every single AP champion that you get Lichbane on. You're going to get Sheen as fast as possible for the on-hit with his Q. This is a huge thing on him. He does so much more damage with the on-hit on his Q. And then you're going to get Aether Wisp just for the extra movement speed. And then you're going to finish Lichbane as fast as possible. Hopefully you can get this around 15 to 20 minutes. This is huge on him if you can get it before 20. If you can actually start building this next item before 20 minutes, which that would be even better. So now the third item kind of fluctuates depending upon the team comp. Now this build is a little, not super expensive, but it is like a little bit more expensive than normal. But if you're anywhere ahead, you're going to be doing so much damage, it doesn't really matter. So you're either going to get Nashor's Tooth. Nashor's Tooth is super good on AP Rengar because it gives him that 20% CDR for both items. And it also gives him 50 attack speed, which is going to be really helpful on turrets. And then he also gives him 80 ability power, and it does basic attack deals 15% ability power bonus magic damage on hit, which is going to give you more damage, and it's just so good on AP Rengar. I almost always go this third item. Now, depending upon the team comp, now they have like a really like more tanky team comp, and you need more life still. I go Gunblade. Now this is really good. In both builds, we're going to be getting Gunblade. It just depends upon if we're going to get a third or we're going to get it last. Now, Gunblade is a very like good and also can be bad item because it's expensive for AP champions, and it doesn't give you like a lot of ability power. It gives you 80 ability power like the Nashor's Tooth, but Nashor's Tooth does other things as well. Now, Gunblade does heal you, and it does do other things. Like give you more attack damage. But for this sake of the video, we're going to go. We're just going to build our Nashor's Tooth for the third item because you have so much stuff for you. So by this point in the game, it's probably going to be about 20 to 25 minutes in when you get this third item. Hopefully you get it as sooner than later. But this is really good on him because he already has 40% 40% CDR. It reduces all of his cooldowns, so it's really nice to have this 40% CDR as soon as possible on this build. The next item that you're going to get is Rabadon's Death Cap. It's a very standard item for almost any AP champion. There's not really like a specific way to build it because it's both Needle rods. But you're going to get Rabadon's Death Cap as fast as possible. For the fourth item, hopefully between 25 and 30 minutes. Sooner better than later, like always. And then last but not least, you're going to get Gunblade. Now this is where it fluctuates. You could swap these two. You'll have less CDR because, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're one-shotting people. But you pretty much always build Gunblade because the healing on it is just so insane. You can sustain like so many things. And then during that build, you can either finish off with sorcerers, or you can get movement speed, so you get that extra movement speed, or you can get more CDR, which is stupid, or you can get ninja tabbies. So it really depends upon like who you're facing. But we're gonna use this standard build, and then we're gonna put this there. And for the sake of this video, like it's gonna be a little bit different. Obviously, this is in practice, so it's not like an actual game. But just for the sake of the video, we're just gonna talk about like it in practice tools, or in the practice tool section. Now I know you can teleport, but we're just gonna walk here. I don't really care anymore. But pretty much for the jungle path, for this bottom side for red team, or I'm sorry, for blue team, you start red, then go Raptors. Raptors you can clear super fast with Rengar, and then I usually go Wolves. Some people go blue next, but I go Wolves, then blue, and then to Scuttle, and then try to gank top side. Now you need to tell your jungler or your top side laner to like, hey, fall back, like play safe, play passive on gank as soon as possible at level 3. You're gonna be level 3. Once you gank, you're gonna hit level 4 if you get the kill, and then you're just gonna go down here, clear this, and I usually back after I clear this because I usually have that 1,000 gold, 1,500 gold or so. So that's really freaking good on him. Or you're gonna try to gank mid, depending upon the situation that you're in. Then on top side, on the red side, this is where it's a little bit different. I go blue, then Gromp into Scuttle. The reason why I do this is because after all 3 of these, you get to here, you do 1 camp, you're at level 3. After this, you could, mid's getting pushed, you can gank mid, and if not, then you can come up here, do Rappers Red, gank top, or do Scuttle, and then or you can do Krugs next. So this is where it gets a little bit different up top on the top side, depending upon bot. Because bot side, you don't really you try to do all three of these, and then you get mid or top gank. But for this one, you can gank mid after the 3 camps plus Scuttle, or you can gank top after all of these, or you can come back to gank mid. Red side's so much better for Rengar, for AP Rengar. To me, maybe it's different for other people, but it's just so much better to me to start red side. I think you have so much more pressure. And that's weird to say, but you just have so much more pressure. And obviously, we only have 655 AP right now, but the only reason why we have that little is because we can't get kills, so we can't like stack it. The AD, and on top of that, we're not very far in the game. We're only 10 minutes in, so we're not going to have nearly as much ability power as if we were like 30 minutes into the game. And last but not least, guys, we're going to be talking about the combo that you're going to be running on AP Rengar. This combo is pretty much very similar to AD Rengar. Now, the thing that's different with AD Rengar compared to AP Rengar is that instead of double Qing, you double Roar for the max ability power, max damage on ability power. Now, like I said, we're only 11 minutes in. We have 0 stacks, so obviously this isn't going to be doing the most damage it possibly can, but it's going to still be doing a very significant amount of damage. Now, this dummy does have 100 armor, 100 magic resist, so that will affect how much damage we're going to do to it. But you still do so much damage, I don't think it's really going to matter for this. Now, if you're 34 minutes in the game, you're going to have closer to 800 to 850 ability power, which is going to be a lot stronger, a lot better than what I currently am at 12 minutes into the game. So, pretty much what the combo is going to be is pretty much you're going to, you can either alt or pop and then go Predator, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going to go pop Predator real fast, and then we're going to alt. So right now we're at like 750 movement speed, and then we're just decaying, so it's like 652, which is still a very significant amount of movement speed. And then what the combo is going to be is EQ, Roar, Roar. So it's a very standard combo. So after doing all of that, we did about 2,300 damage. Now let me refresh my cooldowns really fast, or refresh everything, just so we can do that one more time. Just because, like I said, it is a little bit different every single time you do it. It might not do that much damage this next time because first off, we don't have no, wait, what am I talking about? We don't have Nimbus click back up real fast, so we're going to get that back up and then just instantly combo instead of wasting time. So the combo is, like I said, EQ, Roar, Roar, and then you're also going to Gunblade mid combo, and then you're going to also Smite to get the most damage possible. So this time I'm going to alt and then Predator, and we're going to go right for him. Yeah, so that time we did 2,361 damage as well. And guys, this is only with 655 ability power. That's not saying if you guys get Baron, that's not saying if you guys get any dragons on top of that, and that's not even saying like past 20 minutes, like past 30 minutes, past 40 minutes. You're going to be doing so much damage, and you do so much damage to turrets because AP, and you also have that attack speed, and it's insane. And then we're going to, really quickly before this video ends, guys, we're going to be talking about what dragons you really need to focus on. Obviously, Infernal's a huge dragon for everyone on the game, but one thing that you guys really need to try to get are air dragons. Air dragons are huge on Rengar for the extra movement speed, chase down potential, pressure on the map. Like, it just has so much potential for Rengar that you guys need to focus on getting those dragons. Infernal and air. Now, water doesn't really matter all that much, but you should still get dragons because they're really good for your team overall, and then same with mountain or earth. So guys, I really hope you guys did enjoy this how-to guide on how to play full AP Rengar. If you guys did enjoy this video, guys, make sure you guys drop a like on it, smash that like button. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. If I did miss anything in this video, make sure you guys comment down in the section below. Say like, hey, you missed this. What if this situation happens? What if this happens? Or if you guys have any questions for me, just leave them down in the comment section below. I will respond to every single person as fast as possible. And last but not least, guys, tell me down in the comment section below how you guys are liking it. If you guys have tried it already, if you guys have tried it in the past, what season you think AP Rengar was the best in, and last but not least, take this to game and then come back and tell me how you did in your game. But anyways, guys, I love you guys all to death, and until next time, guys, adios amigos.